All right. So I do have more. So I have some more to read. So I'll jump right back into it. Life is one gigantic mirror reflecting back at you the way you are when you show up to look into this mirror. This means at a fundamental level that life is happening not to you, but through you. Life is busy flowing through you, and you are busy experiencing the fruits of your labor. Sometimes those fruits are fresh and delicious, and sometimes they are rotten. It all depends on you and your perception of things and what you are doing with your perception of these things that are happening. You can do what you want when it comes to how you view these happenings. Nobody is going to come in and tell you how you should be looking at something. All anyone can really do is offer you their viewpoint or perhaps another viewpoint they have also taken in. You can be offered a new perspective on things, but still it is up to you whether or not you take on a new perspective. Or perhaps you can be stuck in your ways and think that the way that you see things is the way that it is. This can surely be a reality for you. If you believe you know it all, then there is no reason for life to offer you any help that you will be aware of. Life will always offer you guidance regardless of how you are looking at things, but if you believe you know it all, then those opportunities will most likely go unnoticed because you aren't looking for them. You may be stuck in your ways, and perhaps life will stay right where it's at for you. The world around you will always be moving, but your personal reality may more or less stay the same. You've heard it before, same shit, different day. This is where this saying derives from. For you, this may be enough. Maybe you become content with this, and maybe you even live happily ever after. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you become sick of this cycle that is repeating. You go out and try to change everything around you to make something different happen. And sure, this may work in a certain sense. What will most likely happen is that the same cycle is still gonna happen, but if you are observant enough, you might notice that it is only happening under a different guise. But if you aren't observant enough, it may appear to you that something new is happening, but in reality, it's still the same thing. No one knows what needs to change when it comes to someone's personal reality. Only we ourselves can know what's truly happening within ourselves. No matter how detailed and precise you explain what's going on, people will still interpret things in their own way and create a version of it for themselves that isn't what you are truly experiencing. This doesn't mean don't go seek help or seek guidance. The people who are on the path of knowing themselves and who are also looking within are the people you will want to seek out for your troubles. Remember, life is a mirror. If you are looking within yourself and doing the work, what is going to happen is that you will run into people who are also on that path. Similar path, different journey. The mirror will show you your reflection. The same goes in the other direction. If you aren't taking care of yourself in any way, most likely you will also be surrounded by others who aren't taking care of themselves either. Maybe you don't take good care of your body. Maybe you will have a messy house too. Maybe you have a lot you are holding on to and can't seem to let go, and maybe this manifests itself as you being a hoarder. Maybe you take on everyone else's problems rather than your own. You take on things you don't need to be taking on, and maybe this manifests itself as perhaps you go out and purchase things you don't really need. Maybe you buy it out of impulse, use it once or twice to temporarily satisfy the need to quench that thirst, and then you never use it again. These are just simple these are just simple examples that maybe you can relate to, or maybe you know someone like this. These aren't concrete examples to where if you know a hoarder, then that means they are holding on to a bunch of things on the inside or things like that. They are only possibilities of what may or may not be. A perspective to consider before casting any of your own judgment onto others.